Big Hero 6, Chapter 18. Hiro and the group gathered up the projects they had made at SFIT and brought them to Hiro's garage. We're never going to catch this guy unless we can take out the microbots, so we need to level the playing field, Hiro said. He looked at Gogo's bike, Wasabi's laser, Honey's chemical concoctions, and Fred's kaiju costume. Yep, Hiro said, we can work with this. Hiro had them all stand in front of the garage door. Arms up, he directed before running a scanner over them. The neurotransmitter must be in his mask. We get the mask, and he can't control the bots. Game over. Hiro rolled his chair to his computer workstation. Baymax watched over him as he worked late into the night. Hiro had 6 screens going in order to modify and design all the new gear. The 3D printer was working overtime, printing out sleek armor for everyone. Each member of the team worked hard, dismantling and redesigning their tech. Hiro worked with everyone on the improvements. When they were done, Hiro and his friends took their tech out to Fred's estate, where they could refine their new skills. Within the walls of the private garden, Fred set the mood by placing a kabuki mask on Heathcliff. Then they all suited up. They looked like they belonged in Fred's collection of superhero action figures. Honey was thrilled with her new pink body armor. She thought it complimented her blue eyes. Then she looked at her shiny new chem purse. "Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it," she said. Suddenly, a pink chem ball popped out, and Honey caught it. "Give it a try," Hiro said, so she tossed it at Heathcliff. The butler was instantly covered in sticky pink goo. Honey clapped her hands. Gogo was wowed by her new gear too. Her yellow maglev wheels were modified into discs to fit her feet instead of her bike. This gave her the hyper speed she'd always dreamed of as she skated along. There were also yellow discs on her arms, which were powerful weapons that could be thrown to cut through anything in her path. "Gotta say, I like it," Gogo said. "Take it slow," Hiro warned. Gogo pinwheeled her arms a bit, then found her balance and zoomed around the hedges. She grabbed a garden hose and coiled it around Heathcliff, immobilizing the butler in a flash. Hiro smiled and put the head of the kaiju suit on Fred to complete his armor. "Whoa, this is awesome," Fred said. He bent his knees and felt himself bounce. Then he took a giant leap, shouting, "Super jump!" "And there's one more thing," Hiro said, while a flame jetted from Fred's kaiju jaws. "I breathe fire!" Fred shouted. He blasted a ring of fire onto the grass around Heathcliff, who seemed to barely notice. Fred was so happy he nearly cried. "This is the best day of my life," he told Hiro. In another part of the garden, wearing his green armor, Wasabi was trying to get comfortable with his new gloves. They were equipped with high-powered retractable lasers that could slice through anything. Wasabi was terrified of them. He held them away from his body as he approached a decorative marble pillar. He closed his eyes and with a single swipe, sliced the pillar in two. He opened his eyes and smiled. "Whoa! Laser hands!" Hiro smiled. "Guys, I'd like to introduce Baymax Mark II. The friends stared up at the huge robot in awe. Hiro had designed Baymax's bright red body armor in a way that amplified his stature and strength. with a purple-ribbed midsection that allowed him to bend, he made a powerful impression. "Ah, he's glorious," Fred exclaimed. Then Honey gathered everyone around Baymax for a quick selfie. Hiro smiled. "Show 'em what you got, buddy." They stared at Baymax, but the big robot didn't seem to understand. "The fist," Hiro said to him. "Show 'em the fist." Baymax reached out for a fist bump. "Bada-lada." "No, not that," Hiro said. "You know, the other thing?" Baymax held out his arm, and his giant red fist shot out like a rocket. It destroyed a huge flower pot, then smashed through the garden wall. "Whoa," was all the team could say. "My hand is gone." Baymax stared at the wisps of smoke, where his hand used to be. Just then, the fist returned to Baymax's arms. "It is back," he said. "Rocket Fist made Freddy so happy," Fred squealed. Hiro nodded. "That's only one of his new upgrades. Baymax, wings!" Baymax fixed carbon fiber wings deployed. "No way," Fred said, dropping his jaw. "Thrusters," Hiro directed. "I failed to see how flying makes me a better healthcare companion," Baymax said. "I fail to see how you fail to see that it's awesome." Hiro climbed on Baymax's back. He locked on to Baymax with magnetic knee pads and gloves that were part of his own black and purple armor. And his helmet allowed him to communicate with all the members of the team. Full thrust. Baymax and Hiro took off, but Baymax seemed to have trouble rising into the air. They hit the ground, nearly clobbering the team. As Baymax and Hiro took off again, the group held its breath. This time, Baymax was a little steadier. Hiro realizes they needed time to sharpen their new skills. And he was right. With some practice, Fred was jumping and shooting flames at targets with absolute precision. Out on Fred's tennis court, Wasabi began knocking tennis balls out of the air with ease, and they were perfectly sliced in two. Gogo was throwing her discs with lightning speed and control. Honey had mastered the art of launching the chem balls so that they always hit their mark. And eventually, Baymax flew through the air like a pro with Hiro on his back. So Hiro decided it was time to really crank it up. He rocketed Baymax over the city, barrel rolled and banked sharply left, then right, weaving through a tunnel over and under neon lights. They flew past a high-rise that reflected their own image back at them. It was incredible. Hiro couldn't help yelling, "Yeah!" Baymax told him, "Your neurotransmitter levels are rising steadily." "What means that?" Hiro asked. "The treatment is working," Baymax explained. Hiro could feel it too. For the first time since Tadashi's death, he was happy.